All right, we're gonna go ahead and hop straight into today's session. So first things first, start at the 3 hour higher time frame as always. Let me get rid of that. All right, so price still trading within the same range. We're not really surprised by that. Um, so we can go ahead and jump down to the 1 hour. Let's catch time up to our time. Perfect. So we also see that the 1 hour is still trading in the same range from this high to this low, still uptrending. Technically, this was all one test to me, so this is a first test. So if price test here again, I'm still looking for buy opportunities off of this zone. Now, if it rejects here, if it goes up some and pushes down or it pushes through, I wouldn't be shocked, but I'm still respecting this zone as a buy zone. Um, so I'm not looking for sell opportunities within that zone. Right. So knowing that, we can go ahead and zoom into where price is currently right now, and we can go ahead and analyze the 10 minute. So I was like, it wasn't that late to the market today. So we'll go ahead and start from here. All right. So now we're on the 10 minute. First thing we want to do is, as always, find the most solidified low that we can and the last high. And we basically follow structure from there. All right. So this was the low. Price pull back to here, push down. Perfect. And then price pull back all the way to here. And then push down, low probability move. Not only that, it's selling into the higher time frame demand zone. So I wouldn't have been looking for zones anyway right there. So right now we see we're downtrending in the 10 minute. We just got an impulse and price has started to retrace. So we're going to focus on this area on the 5 minute. So let's go ahead and go to the 5 minute, analyze that. Boom. So what do I see on the 5 minute? Same type of deal. So last low, price was pushing, pushing, pushing. This is the last low on the 5 minute. All right, so what happened? Price pulled back. Price pulled back, pushed here, making this the low. Pull back again, push through, making this the low. Pull back again, right here. Push down, making this the same low as the 10 minute. So we can get rid of this one. And then what did price do? Broke structure. However, it only gave us a one candle, never closed above this one. So it's still, even though it looks super clean, right? It's still a low probability setup because price only gave us one. It broke, closed, and it never gave us our second candle push that we need. So we just leave the line here. So we understand the 5 minute is actually uptrending. So that's kind of the moves that we are looking for anyway. Um, So now we can go to the 2 minute because the 5 minute structure is low probability. So let's go to the 2 minute, see what we got. So on the 2 minute, we see similar structure. So price had a high here on the 2 minute. 2 minute had a high here and then price broke here. Gave a second candle push, even gave a third candle push before solidifying the high and pulling back. So what we want to do, go ahead and draw our zone. And we want to make sure it's 50%. So it's currently not 50%, so we're going to pull it down until it is. So price has gotten close to it, but price actually hasn't tested it yet. So price, this is the zone, this is the high, which is the same as the 5 minute. So we're just going to let it ride until either price breaks structure or we get another a test, our first test in our zone, and then we'll be looking for confirmation. So let's push, push. So let's see, did it break anywhere else? So it broke on the 5 minute. Let's see if we get a two candle push. We do not. So it broke here on the 5 minute, but the 2 minute actually never broke. So what we want to do is change this to a 2 minute, and then we can go to the 5 minute and draw the 5 minute structure. So this is the 5 minute high, and this is the 5 minute low. And it's still low probability. So we still have our same 2 minute idea because price never broke the 2 minute high. So we're still waiting for it to either break and close above the 2 minute high or pull back to the zone. But the 5 minute has broken structure to the upside, and it was weak. I mean, it was weak, low probability break. So we're really not worried too much about it. We're still focused on our 2 minute zone. So let's go ahead and go ahead. Let's see what ends up happening. I'm about to fast forward these. Perfect. So is that one of our tests? Let's go. Boom. For sure. Because we didn't even have our thing right. Oh, no. Yeah, we did. So here. Perfect. So this was the first move that I actually was able to catch today. So price came, tested here, then gave us a bullish candle. So we're looking to enter above the break, 5 pip stop loss. So we know that's going to be 12.5 is our TP. And let's see if we get entered. Nope, no entry yet. Boom, so we got another candle. Perfect, no entry yet. So actually, I'm gonna be 100% real with y'all. I ended up getting in here because the candle started. So what happened? Let's go to the 1 minute so I could better explain. So my entry was like right here. While I was waiting on this 2 minute candle, my entry was really like right here. And the spread wicked me in. So even though the candle didn't push, the spread had got me into this trade. So I got in right after this candle because of the spread. So even though we didn't see it push through, the spread had actually got me into this trade live. So that's why I was looking to see if the candle had pushed through the next candle, but it didn't. But the spread had actually got me into that trade live. Um, and so 12.5 times 0.75, that's 9.37. So we'll just do 9.4. And this is our 75% level. Partial, and we go back to 12.5. All right. So we see prices in, we see price started consolidating, we see it pushed and pulled back. There's really no structure though. We go to the 1 minute, there's really no structure to let us protect our stop loss at all. So we are just waiting to see what price decides it wants to do. Boom. Price immediately pushed, gave us a nice push to the upside. It broke our 75% level. So if price breaks back below this partial level and closes or just gives me any sign it's going to start retracing, I'm going to go ahead and close this trade out. So let's see what we get. Boom. So price immediately on the 2 minute went back and closed. So I exited this trade for early exit positive. So to kind of explain, there's only four possible outcomes for my trades. Either I get a normal win, which is my 1 to 2 or higher, or not, I wouldn't even say 1 to 2. If I close above my 75% level or higher, that is considered a normal win. I have a normal loss, which is basically where my stop loss is hit. Um, there was basically no adjustments and my stop loss was hit. Then I have an early exit positive, which means I exited my trade early in profit, but it was less than 75%. And then I have an early exit negative, which means I exited my trade early in drawdown, but it was less than the full amount that I had put at risk. So that way you understand when I say early positive or early negative, so you can follow along. So this was an early positive. It made its way into winning territory, but I wanted to give it a full chance to see if it was just wicking down here and gonna close back above, but it didn't. It pushed down, closed below, and so I closed my trade around this area. So it was an early exit positive because I closed at less than the 75% level. So either way, we still got a little bit of profit there so far on the day. So that's our first trade. We're gonna close. Now, some people may wonder, like, why didn't you hold? I mean, that. It might just be a retrace. For me, it's not worth it. Let me go back really quick. For me, there's no 2 minute structure around this top area. All the structure is down here back at my break even point. If I get 75% in profit and my zone is all the way at my entry level, I'm not going to wait for price to come back here because there's no guarantee that it's going to get back all the way up here. I'll rather close with profit while price is already up here. And if price provides me a confirmation to enter again, I'll enter. But I'm not going to just assume that price is going to come down here and push back up. I can't assume that. I can't assume anything in the market. Right now, price gave me 75% profit. That's all I know is that right now I'm at 75% profit. Let me make the best decision I could possibly make. And the best decision in this case was for me to exit early because price started to show a sign of retrace. So we exited that trade. We want to go ahead and refresh our analysis to make sure everything is current and up to date before we move forward. So what we'll do, we just go to the 5 minute, make sure, see if anything broke on the 5 minute. Nothing else is broken on the 5 minute. What about the 2 minute? So yes, we actually have a break here on the 2 minute. So price broke this high on the 2 minute. And we're going to adjust this zone on the 2 minute. So remember, this was technically the first test. I give each of my zones two tests. But the thing is, after the first test, the second test has to be deeper inside of that zone. So I could go somewhere like the 5 minute just to look to see if there's any type of gap or anything I would want. And there's a clear gap right here, from here to here. So if price tests down here within this zone, then I'll be looking for another buy opportunity. But as of right now, this is just a open 2 minute zone. All right, so this is the new 2 minute low and 2 minute high, which is low probability. So the 2 minutes low probability, the 5 minutes low probability, and the 10 minute is still low probability. So I'm not looking for any moves at all until price breaks through one of these zones, break through one of these levels, creating a high probability opportunity, or if price pushes back down into this zone and gives me a confirmation of some kind, then I'll be looking to enter into my second trade of the day. So right now we have an early exit positive, so we're up a little bit for the day. And let's just see what happens next. So all of this is happening in there. Boom. So the 5 minute broke structure. Let's see if we get a push. Of course we don't. But the 5 minute high and the 2 minute high are basically the same. So I'm just going to draw it right here. And the 5 minute low is now the exact same as the 2 minute low because the 5 minute high was here, pulled back to here, and then pushed higher right there. So the 5 minute and 2 minute is exactly the same. So I can manage the 2 minute from the 5 minute, as we see. 2 minute and 5 minute is exactly the same right now. So same thing, we're still looking for high probability opportunity or for price to pull into our high probability zone again. Boom. So the first thing we get, price is pushed into our high probability zone and broken 5 minute structure. Do we get a second candle push? We do. Now, The question is, should I draw a sell zone here? And the answer is no. Price is still within a high probability, higher time frame 1 hour demand zone, which means even though 5 minute produced an opportunity for a high probability sell opportunity, we aren't looking for any sales within this zone. If the sell zone presented itself outside of the zone, then perfect. I would be drawing it on and looking to potentially enter if price pulls back to it. But price offered a sell opportunity within a zone that is meant for buying. I'm not getting caught in that. I'll rather just be patient and wait for buying opportunities, which, even though 5 minutes is producing a sell opportunity, it also is presenting a buy opportunity because price has now pushed and tested deeper into this 2 minute zone. So now we want to just go to the 2 minute and see what opportunities present itself. So the 5 minute and 2 minute is still the same, broke the low, still pushing. So let's see if we get any type of opportunity for entry. Nope. So that is a bearish candle still. So we still just looking for a confirmation candle. Boom. So what did price do? Wick below, came and closed back above. Boom. So we still want to mark this as our low because it kept creating lower lows. But it did provide us an entry confirmation. So what I want to do, sit this here. 14.5 is our TP we're looking for. And now we just want to see if we get entered on this trade. Boom. We got wicked in right here. We're already on the 2 minute, and there's no real area to protect our stop loss right now. So as of right now, we're just waiting to see how price pushes. So let's go ahead and get our 50% level on there too. So 14.5 times 0.75. That is 10.8. So we're going to go 10.8 or 10 point, we can do 10.9 because it's 10.87. Draw our partial level on 14.5. Perfect. And now we just kind of waiting. But one thing I do want to do is check the 5 minute. So the 5 minute kind of spoiled it for us that we did lose this trade. But let's go back to the 2 minute and kind of watch it. So price push down after pushing up some and then spike straight through my stop loss. So my second trade of the day ended up being a full loss. So overall, I finished right around break even. Like I lost maybe like $20, which really ain't much compared to what I was risking. Um, so I started my first trade was an early exit positive, so I did close with some profit. And my second trade was a full loss. Um, and the only reason it didn't finish right at break even or a little bit in positive was because this candle right here spiked so fast that I ended up, even when my stop loss was hit, the spread or I guess, or the speed in which they were able to close caused me to lose a little bit more, a little bit of slippage, which I mean, I guess it's a normal part of trading. Like you just got to get used to it. Just like everything else. So we had a little slippage there, so we lost a little more. So we ended up losing about $20 on the day, which is okay. I consider that like a break even day. We got us a little bit of profit, and then we took a L. And hey, we're still good. We still get the opportunity to show up tomorrow. Um, and that's about it. We showed up. We analyzed the market. I stayed true to my edge. And right now, I feel good about the trades that we took. I feel good about the moves we were able to take advantage of, even though they might not have went our way today, or at least one of them didn't go our way. But seeing the way, let's see where price is now. Okay, so right now price kept pushing through, push, creating a super low, and it's pulling back. I'm gonna be honest with you. Now that price is finally gaining some momentum to the downside, I wouldn't be surprised that if I come back tomorrow to end off the week, price has already broken this 1 hour low, making its move to the downside. Because remember, even though the 1 hour is slightly bullish right now, the overall 3 hour is bearish. The highest time frame is bearish, and it's been bearish all month. So at some point it would make sense that price just starts shooting down, especially because it tried to test it here. It got close. I would consider this a test. It tested the 3 hour zone here, pushed off, came and gave kind of like a small retest and rejected immediately from it. So I wouldn't be surprised tomorrow to come to the market and see that price is broken below. But again, you never know. Price could get to the bottom of this supply demand zone, reject and push off. So everything I'm saying is nothing but speculation from just understanding how market structure moves and things I witness in the market. But I wouldn't be surprised either way. But it also don't matter to me until I show up again tomorrow. But today, took the best opportunities available, stayed patient, stuck to my trading plan, and came out break even. Every day ain't gonna be a big winning day. Some days you're gonna take losses. Some days you're gonna finish break even. Some days you might not even trade at all. But you still gotta show up. Still gotta do your part. Still gotta stay disciplined. So today was a good session. Show up tomorrow and see what happens.